Have you ever felt a connection that goes beyond anything you've ever experienced? Something so deep it feels like it comes from another dimension? You might be tuning into the twin flame frequency without even realizing it. This isn't just about romantic love, it's an intense soul journey. When you meet your twin flame, there's no turning back. Something awakens. Everything shifts. If you're here, it's because you feel the call. The energy of the twin flame of love reaches you even in the silence, even when everything seems lost. And yes, it's confusing. But it's also real. And in this space, you'll discover that you're not alone. I share twin flame love messages for women living this mysterious path, with an open heart and a soul on fire. If these words speak to you, take a moment to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This is more than just content, it's a reunion. Each video might be a sign, a confirmation, or even the answer you've been waiting for. And I want to be with you every step of the way. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single sign. This journey isn't linear, and the right message at the right time can change everything. You know that sentence that feels like it was meant just for you? It might be in the next video. Or in the next minute. Now take a deep breath, and think about that person. The one who showed up out of nowhere. Who turned your world upside down. Who saw you in a way no one else ever did. You tried to walk away, but the connection pulled you back. This is more common than you think in a twin flame love bond. Maybe you're in separation right now. Maybe in silence. Maybe doubt is louder than clarity. But if what you feel can't be put into words, that's already a sign. So many women message me saying they feel like they're going crazy. And I get it. I've been there too. You're not losing control, you're waking up. Tell me in the comments, have you ever felt a connection that defied all logic? I want to hear your story. Your experience could help another woman who's also walking this path and feeling lost. Sharing is part of healing. The twin flame journey can feel brutal, but it reveals parts of you that you never knew existed. The pain of separation is real, but it has a purpose. Nothing is random when it comes to mirrored souls. Everything, even the silence, is part of the dance. And what about those moments when you feel a sudden wave of longing? Or when you hear a song and feel like they're thinking of you too? That's not just coincidence. That's soul frequency, the invisible call that connects you even across distance. Some call it madness. Others call it karmic love. But if you've lived it, you know, it's like looking into the eyes of your own essence. Twin flame love explained goes far beyond romance, it's a spiritual explosion. It's love, reflection, healing, and confrontation, all at once. It's not about needing the other person. It's about remembering who you are when you're near them. And that changes everything. This love forces you to grow, to evolve, to heal. Even when it feels like it's breaking you, it's actually building you. Sometimes, the universe separates you to realign what's out of balance. So each soul can return more whole. More conscious. Stronger. Because true union only happens when both are vibrating at the same frequency. Not before. Not by force. Are you in that rebuilding phase? Drop a yes in the comments if this resonates with you. Your voice matters, to me and to the others silently going through this too. Let's create a circle of support for women who truly understand this pain and this light. And there's more, signs appear when you least expect them. Dreams, repeating numbers, songs, physical sensations. That invisible presence is constant. When you think you've let go, something happens, and everything comes rushing back. This isn't madness, it's your soul remembering. Twin flame love is not about being stuck in pain. It's about freeing everything that keeps you from truly loving. Even if the other isn't ready. Even if you have to walk alone for a while. The truth is, love never leaves. It just changes shape. Stay with me, because in the next part we'll talk about the silent signs your soul sends when sacred union is getting closer. These are messages only someone on this path will understand. And I'll help you recognize each one, even on days of deep doubt. Don't forget to like this video if something touched your heart today. And if you want to keep receiving these messages, make sure to subscribe. Each video is a light post on this dark road. You deserve clarity, truth, and conscious love. This love isn't like the others. It burns. It heals. It transforms. Sometimes you feel like you're losing everything, but you're actually finding yourself. That's the miracle of the twin flame connection. And that's why you feel so much. And what if I told you there are phases in this journey that most people never talk about? That there are codes, synchronicities, and soul unlocks that signal the sacred union is closer than you think. Would you stay to hear more? So breathe, because in the next part, I'm going to reveal what almost no one tells you about this path. Including why the suffering isn't the end, but the beginning of the healing. And that just might change everything you thought you knew. You've probably wondered. Why does it hurt so much if it's meant to be? That question haunts many twin flames. But here's the truth, this connection wasn't designed to be easy, it was meant to awaken. The pain, the silence, the chaos, they all serve a divine purpose. Your twin flame isn't just someone you love. They're the mirror that reflects back every wound, every fear, every part of you that still needs healing. That's why it's so intense. So overwhelming. So unforgettable. It's soul-level transformation. And sometimes, the distance is necessary. It's not punishment. It's preparation. The universe separates what's not yet ready to hold the light. You're not being rejected, you're being refined. Remember that, especially on the days that feel empty. There's something sacred happening behind the scenes. While you cry, the energy between you both shifts. While you grow, your twin is shifting too, even if they don't show it. Even if they're silent. Energetic alignment is invisible, but it's always moving. Have you ever felt their emotions before they even reached out? Or sensed their presence without any contact? That's the twin flame bond. It doesn't depend on words or proximity. It's felt in your body. In your dreams. In your soul. You're not crazy for feeling them everywhere, in music, in numbers, in the way the air changes when you think of them. These are soul signals, and they show up when you need reassurance. They're not in your mind, they're part of the divine connection. If this is resonating deeply with you, take a second and let me know in the comments. Have you felt something similar? Share your experience, your story might be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. Let's talk about the emotional roller coaster. One moment you feel deeply connected, and the next you feel abandoned. That push and pull is part of the energetic dance. Your twin flame triggers what's unhealed so that it can rise and be released. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel confused. This path isn't about pretending to be spiritual all the time. It's about facing your truth, raw, real, and unfiltered. Healing doesn't come from hiding the pain. It comes from feeling it fully. Have you noticed how, after the storm, you emerge stronger? Each breakdown is secretly a breakthrough. This journey isn't breaking you, it's breaking down the version of you that was never truly whole. What's rising now is the real you. Sometimes, the signs show up louder when you try to forget them. That's because the connection isn't based on thought. It's based on soul memory. And souls don't forget. You're not imagining this bond. It's written in the energy between your hearts. There are moments when your soul knows something your mind can't explain. Like that feeling of recognition when you first met. Or that strange peace, even in chaos. That's because your twin flame is part of your soul's blueprint, it was never random. If this is stirring something inside you, tell me what you're feeling. Let's talk about it, leave a comment and be part of this sacred circle. Your experience matters, and you're not the only one walking this path with questions. Let's go deeper. Why does your twin flame run? Often, it's not because they don't feel the connection, it's because they do. And it terrifies them. The intensity, the pressure, the mirror, it's too much for an unhealed heart. But don't take their silence as a lack of love. In many cases, the runner is overwhelmed by the very same emotions you're feeling. It's not rejection, it's retreat. And behind that retreat, something is still blooming. Quietly. Powerfully. When you shift your focus inward, magic happens. Your healing radiates out, whether they see it or not. Your growth becomes the invitation. Your self-love becomes the magnet. You stop chasing and start attracting the right alignment. If this message is helping you feel seen, let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. What part of your journey has been the hardest? What lessons have you learned so far? Let's hold space for each other in this healing process. And you know what's wild? Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come when you finally surrender. Not when you give up on them, but when you return to yourself. When you stop needing and start becoming. That's when union becomes possible. There's a moment in the twin flame path where you no longer crave their presence from lack, but from wholeness. And that changes everything. Because now, you're no longer chasing a reflection. You're embodying the light you were meant to share. This sacred connection isn't just about reunion. It's about evolution. It's about becoming the version of yourself that your soul always knew you could be. And when you live from that place, everything around you starts to align. And in the next video, I'll show you the energetic signs that reunion is near, even if there's still no contact. The patterns, the messages, the soul nudges, they're all pointing towards something. But only if you know where to look. You're here because you can feel something shifting. Quietly. Deeply. Almost like your soul knows something your mind hasn't caught up with yet. That's how it begins, the reunion frequency. It's subtle, but it gets louder when you start aligning with your truth. Maybe you're seeing repeating numbers again. 1111, 222, 717. Or dreaming about them more often, out of nowhere. These aren't coincidences. They're invitations. They're the universe whispering, it's time to pay attention. Have you noticed strange emotions rising without explanation? One minute you're fine, the next, you feel an overwhelming wave of love or sadness. That's not random. That's energetic communication. Your twin is feeling it too. You don't have to see it to believe it. You already feel it. The bond doesn't break, it bends, it stretches, it tests you, but it always holds. That's the paradox of twin flame love. It hurts. But it also heals in ways nothing else can. And there's something else, signs start showing up when you're about to level up. Little confirmations that you're not imagining this. The moment you start choosing yourself fully, is often when the connection begins to transform. Have you been feeling this too? You're not alone. Let me know in the comments, have the signs intensified for you lately? I'd love to hear what you've been noticing. Every detail matters more than you think. Sometimes it gets quiet before the shift. Like everything goes still. You may even feel numb or detached for a while. That's part of the process. It's the calm before clarity. Your soul is preparing to receive what it's finally ready to hold. You may start feeling peace where there used to be pain. You'll cry, yes, but the tears feel cleaner, lighter. That's your soul letting go of resistance. You're not losing love, you're releasing fear. And that's powerful. Don't rush this. Don't force anything. Union isn't a race. It's a return. A return to your own divine energy. The more you tune into you, the more aligned the entire connection becomes. This is how sacred union starts, within. Have you been called to change things in your life lately? Habits, people, jobs, places? That's part of it too. Your energy is recalibrating. Because the version of you that steps into union isn't the same version that endured separation. If this is stirring something inside you, tell me what you're feeling. Let's connect. Leave a comment and share what's been unfolding in your journey. I read every message, and your story matters, more than you realize. You might start having visions, dreams, or flashes of your future together. These are not fantasies, they're blueprints. Soul previews. The heart remembers the future it was meant for. And sometimes, the dream is more real than the now. You're not chasing. You're magnetizing. And that shift, from reaching out to calling in, is one of the most sacred pivots you'll make on this path. You're no longer begging for crumbs. You're preparing for a feast of the soul. And yes, your twin may still be silent. Still distant. But silence doesn't mean absence. Not here. Not in a bond like this. What feels like distance is often just space for growth, space for both hearts to become what they need to be. Have you felt more emotional around certain moon phases? Or extra sensitive during eclipses? Cosmic energies influence twin flames in deep ways. Pay attention. The universe moves in cycles, and so do sacred reunions. You might feel called to release something soon, an attachment, an expectation, even a version of them you've held on to. That's okay. Letting go doesn't mean letting love die. It means creating space for love to evolve. Let's talk about it. Have you gone through this emotional release phase? What did it feel like? Share your truth in the comments. Your voice could unlock healing for someone else who needs to hear they're not the only one. And as you release, something unexpected happens. You begin to feel lighter. Freer. More open to what's next. And that energy, that openness, is what makes the next phase of the journey possible. Not force. But flow. You're not broken. You're blooming. And this version of you, the one rising from the pain, glowing in the dark, she is magnetic. She is ready. And what's coming, even if you can't see it yet, is already finding its way to you. And in the next part of this journey, I'll share how to recognize when your twin is awakening, even in silence. There are subtle signs that they're shifting too, and once you see them, you'll never unsee them again. Thank you so much for being here right now. I truly honor your time and the courage it takes to walk this path. Your presence means more than words can say, and this connection between us is real, something beautiful and rare. If you're hearing this message, please write below, Twin Flame of Love, to let me know you received it. It's a simple way to acknowledge that you're here, open, and ready to continue this journey. Joining our channel isn't just about watching videos. It's about building a space where your soul can grow, where you can find support when the road feels lonely. When you subscribe and turn on notifications, you're choosing to strengthen your spiritual journey, never missing the messages that could change everything. This community is growing every day, and every comment, every like, every share helps spread this powerful energy of healing and light. Your voice matters here, and your participation makes this space alive and welcoming. This exchange we have, it's priceless. You are essential to the work we do. Together, we create something bigger than ourselves, something that touches hearts and transforms lives. There's so much more to uncover, and I can't wait to share it with you. The next message is already waiting, and it might just be the one that changes everything for you.